Hi, Wheel of Time fans. Welcome back to Tori Talks with Dr. S. I'm Tori. This is Dr. S. Today we'll talk about Wheel of Time, Season 1, Episode 5, called Blood Calls Blood. This is part of our rewatch series, which has been surprisingly so much fun.
Yes.
This episode is not so fun. It's a great episode, but...
Not my favorite to watch. It's
just
very
it's
good.
sad.
It's hard to watch.
The tone, yeah.
Very much, almost every storyline, I was like, oh no.
It's a little rough.
Oh no.
Well,
not this again.
Yeah. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off and start with Steppin. Because it starts off with Steppin carrying Kearney's body, and he's so distraught, and this actor is so good.
I was just going to say the same thing. He just, what did they do to him to make him feel that pain? I feel like it was so real.
How did he tap into that?
Like every moment, he's just so empty.
Because we don't know we're not a warder that lost it, because there's no such thing as warder.
Yeah, there's nothing that we can connect it to in real life. No. That type of relationship. It's like it's stronger than the love you have for your mom, your daughter, your dog,
your wife
combined.
There's nothing compares to it. So this actor was like,
yeah.
What
did you channel? What did you think about?
What was your motivation?
Yeah.
How did you do it? Anyway, I'm glad that you felt that too, because that actor, I feel like we didn't realize the first time we watched it, how complicated that feeling is to tap into, right? Oh my gosh, and the look that Moraine and Lan exchange when he's putting her in the ground, kind of I don't know what I'd do without you.
Exactly. I know. That's what I was thinking too, because and then they say the warder's not supposed to outlive the Aes Sedai. Yeah. So this is nobody really can connect to it. They can only imagine it and must feel
and they just can't imagine.
Yeah, it's just so hard.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and continue on with the Steppin storyline because I just kind of want to get it over with because it's so freaking sad. Well, when Steppin was sharing how he met Kearney, which that was heartbreaking, and the way he says it, and just every word comes out with just this kind of gut-wrenching pain, right?
She saved him.
Yes.
Yes, and I don't even remember that story.
I don't either.
I don't think we were probably whatever. At that time.
You met her and then you became the warder.
Yeah, now I'm just listening to everything because we only got so little time with them. Now I just want to know everything.
Yeah. Gosh, it is crazy how much harder it hit us this time, because we know the dynamic of the warder and the Aes Sedai. Later on, Lan and him, he's there for his friend, and then he ends up drugging Lan with the tea that he got from Nynaeve.
Which I was afraid that whole time that he was trying to drug himself.
Yes.
Right? Not just to sleep better, but I thought maybe he was going to take a lot and then
I think maybe when he realized Lan's not going to leave me alone about this because he's a great friend.
Yeah.
He's I'm going to have to do something about this. So.
And the sadness is so deep that they become suicidal. That's why Lan's on suicide watch, right? He's basically I have to stay with him because that's what I would do if I
1-to-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would do, right? You said. Yeah, so, when Lan wakes up and realizes Steppin is not there, and that little slow-mo run, I was oh,
he sees the little array of daggers, and one's missing. He knew right away.
He knew, and then what I want to know is when he finds Steppin, he's in front of a statue. What is the statue
Why?
of?
I don't know.
Okay, maybe you guys could help with what that statue is.
I know those statues, they were talking about them, saying they've been there since before even the tower or the building.
But that specific one, why did he choose that one?
Exactly. I don't know either.
So he's obviously dead. Oh, Steppin, I'm sorry you couldn't bear the pain any longer. Yes. But the ceremony, this is the last scene, the ceremony was suffocating. And I remember even on first watch being this is hard to watch. Yeah. But this time I was I can't do it. It was
so moving.
He's beating his chest and they're
and they all start doing it in unison, and it's just it's like a heartbeat.
And Moraine, Rosamund Pike staring at him, just feeling his pain again.
Yeah.
And then what's his name? Daniel Henney, who plays Lan.
God, he's so good.
Gosh, everybody was so moving, and Nynaeve tearing up over it, just the impact that it had. But just me, the way I felt about it, I was just this is too. It was suffocating. It was okay, this needs to end, and then it does end the episode. But wow, I remember the first time though, thinking it was sad, but this time, it was a lot.
Now because now we know them for so much longer. We've just gotten to know everybody, so it just feels
it's nice to rewatch and appreciate more. Appreciate what everybody's going through. Appreciate the acting. Appreciate the story.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that that's over, so Rand and Matt are the first to arrive in Tar Valon. On the way, Matt scolds a child and is just kind of looking rough and not himself.
He's looking bad.
Yeah.
He's like really dehydrated and dirty and like crusty.
Irritable.
He's like lashing out at people.
Yeah. Eyes a little sunken in. Anyway, so they do find the inn that Tom told them to find, which now, based on our last review, I'm suspicious of Tom, but he wants to know his whereabouts. Like, is that why he said, oh, go to this inn because then I know where you are? I mean, nothing happens, we know.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, is Tom just really that nice? I don't know. But anyway, that's where they end up. And Rand has to keep reassuring Matt, like, you didn't kill that family.
Yeah, I don't remember that so much either, but yeah, like Matt just feels so much guilt. Like he was like, did I do that?
That little girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't remember that either.
Yeah, now I feel bad for him, but maybe it's because I already know that he's gonna turn out like good.
Yeah.
Because at that time I didn't know like if
fine.
Matt was gonna go crazy and start killing people.
Yeah.
You know, so
true.
Yeah, because he was looking like he was going mad. And like snapping at the little kid. Yeah. Steps at Nynaeve later. So we're like, okay.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh, poor Matt.
I know.
He just feels bad. Well, he thinks he did it.
Yeah. So from their balcony, they see Logain being paraded down the street, and he locks eyes with Matt and laughs maniacally. Now, wait, did that really happen?
I don't think it did.
It's just Matt.
That's Matt seeing.
Okay.
So that's another thing where we think he's going mad because once they cut again to him, he's just hasn't moved.
Yeah.
He's in the exact same position that he's been the whole time.
Right.
And he wouldn't do that because he's been gentled. I got the word right now. He's
Yay.
been gentled, so he can no longer touch the one power.
Right.
And so he's just like feels empty inside also. Because once they have touched it and they can no longer, then they're just like, my life is meaningless.
Right.
He would have no desire, no need to look up at Matt and laugh.
True.
Right?
No, that was Matt, right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So Rand decides to go rogue and take a little self-guided tour of this beautiful city. Oh. And it's beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't appreciate that on first watch either. And he ends up in the library where we meet the sweetest gentle giant, the Ogier.
Oh my gosh.
Loyal. Oh my god.
Just in no hurry to go anywhere, which I love.
We all need to learn from that. Let's all just calm down and take it slow. Loyal is the one that points out that Rand is an Aiel because of his red hair.
And Rand's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
That's
Loyal's
not me.
like, oh, whatever.
Okay,
he doesn't need to fight it. He's just like, well, I know the truth and you don't.
Right. You know, we didn't get much from Loyal like in this moment, but I knew instantly when I first watched it that this guy was just the sweetest and I wanted to hear him. I didn't mind listening to him or like seeing him and even when Rand's like, okay, well I gotta go, I'll meet you there. And he's like, well, just let me get my things.
Yeah, he's like picking up let me clean up this table before, even though Rand's clearly in a hurry.
Yeah. So I fell in love with him instantly in the first time, and now again, it's nice to fall in love with him all over again. But yeah, Rand has stuff to do.
Yeah,
he's got to go Loyal. As much as I love you. Okay, then next to arrive is Moraine, Lan, and Nynaeve, and Moraine's very much like, nah, you need to just lay low in the White Tower. There's a lot of politics going on with this Aes Sedai, so just be cool.
They're gonna want you. Yes, you're gonna be highly sought after because they're talking already. Because you can heal like a whole bunch of people
at once,
like from near death.
Yeah, you're the talk of the town.
Yeah.
So lay low.
And also, Lan is it's kind of obvious that she did it for him, which I don't remember that too, because someone calls them on it, like, oh, like she like has such feelings for you that she like brought you back from near death. Like, he was gushing blood.
He sure was. Yeah.
So
definitely bleeding out. And then Loyal's actually the one that brings Nynaeve to Matt and Rand. I always love a reunion, right? And I love when she calls him Sweet Matt. And like explains about like when he was younger and like anyway, just like realizing she is older than them and like she's been with them through, you know, well, through the years.
Yep.
And then Nynaeve explaining to Matt that Egwene is unbreakable was way more to me after watching season 3.
Yeah. So I remember throughout season 3 when she was trapped, right? And we talked about this because they would show her like all contorted and I was like, oh, it's like the breakbone. Right? Like she's unbreakable. So so this was like totally the foreshadowing for
in physical body and in spirit.
Yes.
She's.
I remember this story is what I held on to, so I knew that she was going to be okay.
Yeah.
So
she's going to be just fine, right? Well, yes, because Egwene and Perrin, they were still with the Tinkers, and then they run into Aemon and Valda in the Whitecloaks, and I hate that they call themselves child. Like, that makes them sound so innocent.
Yeah, I know. They think pure. They are.
But they think they are. That's
they
true.
Are.
Yeah. So Aemon wants Perrin and Egwene, right? He recognizes them from earlier, and he's like, what you doing?
Because he had said, I'll remember you. And then he saw them, and he did.
So the Tinkers are so sweet, and they kind of lock arms, and they're like, nope, we're not, you can't just get them that easily. And then he slaps Isla, and like, but I like that the guy, who's the guy that helps them, tries to help them escape, Aram. Yeah. He's like, don't worry, they're jerks, but they won't kill them. I forgot that.
That actually made me, I mean, they'll hurt them. Yeah. But they won't kill people who have done unless they've done something bad.
Yeah.
So.
They specifically said the Tuathan. He won't kill them.
But he even wouldn't kill, like, Egwene unless she channeled. So far he can't kill her because they have a code, they have like their thing. So he won't kill, I guess, a woman unless she channels. I don't know, because I think he would kill Perrin.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because he was like, either you kill, but he won't kill her, but if she channels, then he will.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, it's a little complicated, isn't it? Well, so Egwene and Perrin they've been, captured, and that was really sad. So that was a hard part of this episode to watch, too.
Them cleaning her?
Yes.
That was so hard to watch. And I remember the first time being sick to my stomach because it's just so violating.
Yeah.
Like the way
Yeah. And Perrin, like, leave him alone. Don't touch my Perrin. And then, we get to see the glowing of the golden eyes.
Which now we know how significant it was.
I know.
We're thinking like, oh, wait, what's that about?
I was like, oh, his eyes were so pretty. I just didn't put it together. But then, of course, like, she starts to channel, and she's successfully able to unbind Perrin, right?
Right. So she she kind of uses the little fireball as a distraction, but then she has actually done the untying, which was pretty slick.
And she stabs him.
Yeah. Which we knew he wasn't dead because like she just got him in the shoulder. And like, come on.
It's a flesh
wound.
Get
him in the heart.
Yeah, I know, right? But they are able to escape. The wolves help.
Yes, which I love that. Yes. I mean, yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah.
Wait, I think that's the whole episode. Because, it ended with the ceremony with Steppin, and I just like...
Oh, yeah.
But I had to get it over with. But yes, okay, so onward and upward. Everything's okay.
Because that was a hard one.
Yeah.
That was. I was just like, oh.
It was rough.
Just from the start when they showed the burial of all the people in the circle, it was like, oh, no, this one's going to be rough.
Yeah, it was impactful for sure. But, again, we love these characters now. We are invested in these characters now. We have a relationship with these characters now, so seeing it again, we're like, oh, God, it's not Steppin, or, oh, Lan, you just feel for all these people, or, Egwene, very protective of
like,
her.
oh, child Valda, he's back.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a little different, our feelings rewatching it, but it's been really, really fun rewatching it, so... Everybody that has come along with us, thank you so much. And thank you to everybody that's rewatching with us. Please keep the comments coming. We love you guys endlessly. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.